by Rab3aron. Now, I'm probably butchering that name, but I have tried to get it as close as I possibly can. My understanding is this is an Arabic name that has been transliterated into the Latin alphabet, and that the 3 that is there is a convention that Arabic speakers have to represent a particular vowel sound that is not in most Western languages. I believe it's called Ain, but it's kind of a deep-throated A, R sound. But if it's not in one's idiolect, then it can be very hard to even hear the difference between it and a similar sounding vowel, let alone pronounce it. Yeah, linguistics is a sort of minor hobby of mine that I've had for a long time. So I enjoy this kind of thing. Anyway, Rab3aron is about as good as I'm probably going to get at the moment. I may have a chat with one of my Arab-speaking friends to see if I can get a better handle on it. Anyway, that is my little introduction there. Let us have a look at the rules for this puzzle, which will be the first link in the description if you'd like to try it for yourself. All right, normal Sudoku rules apply. We are going to place the digits 1 to 9 once each in every row, every column, and every box. Diagonals along each blue diagonal, digits along each blue diagonal must not repeat. So this is a set of the digits 1 to 9, and the other diagonal applies to that as well. Whisperban, digits along a purple line form a set of consecutive digits in any order. So let's look here. If that's a 1, then that could be a 3 and a 2. We have a set of consecutive digits, but the order along the line does not matter for the purposes of that particular rule. German Whisper, adjacent digits along a green line have a difference of at least 5. So if that were a 3, this would have to be an 8 or a 9 to be at least 5 apart. And greater than, the greater than symbol points towards the smaller number. So if that were a 6, this could be a 5. Okay, I am going to restart the puzzle to reset the timer, and let's begin. First of all, secrets about German Whisper lines. I cannot place a 5 on a German Whisper, because if I placed a 5 on a German Whisper, the next digit would have to be 0 or less or 10 or more, and they aren't valid Sudoku digits. So that means I'm going to divide the digits 1 to 9 into 2 groups, above 5 and below 5. I can't place 2 high digits above 5 next to each other. Let's see what happens if I try. Well, the maximum difference between those 2 digits is going to be 3 between the 6 and the 9, but we're required to have a minimum difference of 5. So, and the same would apply if I tried putting 2 low digits next to each other. So we're going to alternate between high and low along the line. And then the third secret is that 4 and 6 are difficult to place on a line, because if I tried placing a 4 here, for example, then the only digit that is that can go next to a 4 on a German Whisper is 9. So by German Whisper rules, both of those would have to be a 9, and Sudoku would break that. All right. So I am going to color this line. And what I'm going to do is color those digits green, and I'm going to color those digits purple. Now, I don't know whether green is going to be high or low just yet, but I do know that if green is high, then purple is low, and vice versa. Okay, we can do some more coloring in this box. We've used all 4 of the green digits. So we now know that there are 4 purple digits that have to go in the box. But where do these 2 purple digits go? They can't go in those 3 cells, so these 2 must be those 2 purple digits. And now, where do these 2 purple digits go? They can't go there, so they must go in those cells, and that makes this a 5. All right. Okay, well that gives us some work that we can do in the corners in a moment, but I've just spotted something that might be a little quicker. All of these have to be green because 4 purples and a 5 have already been used in their respective rows and columns. All right. Now, I can't place a 5 in any of those cells in this box. So one of those 2 is a 5. And actually, I'm going to color those pink because I suspect that that will be a little helpful. Similarly, I can't place 5 in any of those, and I've got similar stuff going on in the other corner boxes as well. So that means that all of these are potential 5s. Okay. What can we do next? Okay, can those 2 digits be green? And I think the answer to that is that they cannot. Because if they were both green, then that means that these 3 digits would have to be purple, but we know we're going to have 2 purple digits on the German whisper line. So they cannot both be green, but neither of them can be 5, and therefore they must both be purple. We've got 2 more purple digits on this green line, therefore this is green. And one of those 2 is green. Okay, so along here I have 2 purples and a green. So there's at least 1 purple on here. Okay. All right. Can these 3 be all purple or all green? And the answer to that is no. Because if they were all purple or all green, that would give me, let's suppose they were all purple, that would give me 3 purples here, plus 2 that are required for the German whisper line in the box. That's 5. And the same argument applies if I say they're all green. Therefore, they're either it's 2 green and a 5, or 2 purple and a 5, or 1 of each green and purple and a 5. There's going to be a 5 on this line, and the only place for it is here. Okay, so that means that we remove pink from there, remove the 5s, and oh, I forgot that one. These become pink and 5. That, and I remove the green from that one, and I remove those ones. Okay. So, what next? Right, at least one of 4 and 6 is on here, because none of these can be 4 and 6, and that can't be both of them. So at least one of those is 4 or 6, and in fact we know that at least one of these two is 4 or 6. Could it be both? Actually, we know the color of this, I think. Yes. So these three, by the diagonal, have to be 1 green and 2 purple. So we've used all the purples up because we've got 2 greens and 2 purples on this line. So this is green. That means that this is either green or 5. Oh, that's very pretty. Where does 5 go in this box? Okay. None of those can be 5 because I can't repeat a 5 on the Rab3aron and I can't place a 5 here by Sudoku. So that means that this is a 5. Let's pinkify that. And now this has to be a 5. So this is either 4 or 6. That means that the other of 4 and 6 is on this line, and it has to be with the 3 or the 7. It can't be a 4, 5, 6 line because one of 4 and 6 is here. That means that these two digits are purple and this one is green. Okay. These two digits are the same color. Because neither of them can be 5, and therefore they must both be the same color. That makes these 3 digits the same color. All right. Where is my pressure? Okay. Right, I'm going to choose a different color scheme for the moment. I'm going to mark these two as red, which of course makes that red, and mark those as yellow. Now, because these two have to be the same, they cannot be yellow, because if they were yellow, I would have 1, 2, 3, 4, plus whichever of purple and green. So that would give me 5 yellows in the row. So that means that these two must be yellow. And I marked them the wrong color, which means that these two are red. So again, I don't know whether yellow or red is high or low. I don't even know whether red and yellow are green and purple yet. But what I do know is that red, if red is high, yellow is low. And I can at least make some inferences relative to those. in order to fill in some gaps. But first of all, I've just seen something that is useful, and that is, where does 5 go in this row? This must be a 5, and that means that this is a 5. Okay. So on this line, on this German Whisper line, these two are either both red or both yellow, but they can't be both yellow because I've got a green and a purple already in the column. So they must be both red. And these are both yellow. Okay. And similarly, these must be both red because I have additional greens and purples in the row. And these must be yellow. Okay. So I've got 2 greens there, and I've either got 2 reds to add to that or 2 yellows to add to that. So this one must be purple. Okay. There is at least 1 purple in those 2 because I've got 3 greens in the box. In fact, that it must be green and purple, because if these were all purple, that would give me 4 purples in the row, and then that would make both red and yellow to be green. So this must be one of each. Either the yellow or the red is the 4th purple, and this is green. But more than that, because one of those we know to be green, in fact that's a purple-green pair, these 2 are both purple. Is that right? Yes. Okay. So that's a green-purple pair. All right, what have we got going on down here? We have 3 greens in this column and 2 reds. So green and red cannot be the same. Red must be purple. So let's make those purple. And yellow must be green. So let's make those green. All right. That makes it a little easier to talk about. So in this column, we already have 4 greens. So these 2 must be purple. We have 2 greens in this box. Therefore, at least one of these 2 is green. That gives us 4 greens in the diagonal, and this is purple. And this is green. So that is in fact one of each, and that makes this green. Okay. What can I... So if that's green, that's a 4-6 pair. Which doesn't seem entirely unreasonable. That we know is one of each, those two. These two are one of each. I suspect that's going to be purple to tell us whether purple and green are high and low, but I don't know that yet. This column needs a green here. I've got 4 greens in this column. These are purple. Purple. That's one of each. That could be 2 purples. Hmm. Okay. Something I have just noticed. So, because these 2 digits are these 2 digits, and these 2 digits are these 2 digits, that means that these 4 digits are different, because we see exactly where, or approximately where, they map onto these 4 digits. So which of those is the 4 or the 6? It's got to be this one. So those are either both 1 or both 9. That means that this is 7 or 3. Okay. Do I want to do that? Do I want to see if I can finish my colouring and get this digit coloured? Yeah, because I know that this is, if that's 4, 3 in some order, that makes this 2 and 1. Or if this is 6, 7, that's 8 and 9. So that's 4 or 6, and that's 3 or 7. It seems okay, that's 4 or 6. That is 3 or 7. That has to be 1 or 9. Then that has to be 2 or 8. Because, so if that's 4, that's 1. This, right, because of this 4 or 6, this is either 4 and 3. Actually, it's probably better to have started down here. This is either 4 and 3 or it's 6 and 7. And that means that this pair is either 1, 2 or 8, 9. Well, no, actually, right. So the 4 and 3 or 6 and 7 is relevant because that makes this either 8, 9 or 1, 2. So if this is 8, 9, then purple is high, and this has to be a 6, 7 pair, but this can't be a 6 because they can't both be 1 on the green line. So this would be the 6, this would be the 7. Similarly, if this is 4, 3, this is 1, 2, purple is low, this is 4, this is 3. 3 can only go next to 8 and 9, and 7 can only go next to 1 and 2. So that's why we filled those out that way. So if green is low, these would be 3 and 4, making these 1 and 2. Okay, back to this line. One of these is a 3 or a 7. But let's just think of it if it was 7. If this was 7, that would have to be a 1, 2 pair, and that would break, because that would have to be a 1 as well. So that has to be the 3 or 7. Purple 3 or 7. And that means that this is 2 or 8. And right, so if this was 7, that would be 2, that would be 1. But 8 could not go next to a 4. But we know that one of these two, if green were low, would be a 4. So that can't be the 8. That would have to be the 8. So it's a 2 or 8, using the similar logic for if purple is low. And now this can't be the 4 or 6. So that's the 3 or 7. And this is the 4 or 6 in green. So if this is green, it must be the green 2, 8, which it cannot be. That's very nice. Okay, so it was useful marking these up. This sees, if green is low, it sees 1, 3, 4, and 2. If green is high, it sees 9, 6, 7, and 8. So that is not green, that is purple. That's beautiful. So that is green there. Okay, and this is going to be the 1 or the 9. In purple. Now if purple is low, then this can't be a 5, 4, 3 Remban because of the 3 would be here. If purple is high, this can't be the 5, 6, 7 Remban because the 7 would be here. Therefore, this has to be a 4, 6 pair. That is green. Furthermore, well, that makes this the green 3-7 because of the column. This is now purple from the column. This is now green from the box. These two are now purple from the row. This is green. That was unexpected. I feel like I've done something wrong. Maybe not. Maybe not. Right. No, I can see another way that's going to work. Column tells me that's green. Column tells me this one is... Sorry, column told me that was purple. This one is green. Okay. So... let's see. What else can I figure out along here? Um, okay, where does the green 4-6 go in this row? It must be in one of those two because it can't be here because of that 4-6. But this one can't be the green 4-6. So that is the green 4-6. We know that the purple 4-6 is in one of those, along with the purple 3-7. Okay. One of those is the green 1-9. One of those, well, that's not the green 4-6. So one of those two is the green 4-6. That can't be the green 4-6 because of the 4-6 or 2-8 on the diagonal. So that's green. In fact, where does green 1-9 go in this row? It goes there. That's 1-9. So that makes this the green 3-7. That makes this the green 3, 7. So if this is 3, this would be the 8, 9 pair. Right. Yes, we already knew that, because that's going to be the either the purple 6, 7 pair or the purple 3, 4 pair. Okay. So, all right, this right. Where does the purple 4, 6 pair go in this box? The purple 4, 6, I should say. Those are 4 and 6, so by Sudoku it's in one of those, but it can't go here because I can't put 1 and 9 in both of those. So that's the purple 4, 6. And now this is the purple 4, 6. And this is the purple 3 or 7. And the purple 4, 6 can't go here by German Whisper, and it can't go here by the diagonal. So this is the purple 4 or 6. And now this is the purple 4 or 6. This is really, really nice. That makes this the purple 2 or 8. The green 4, 6 can't go there. It's in one of those two. That's not helping very much. This is the green 2, 8. Okay. That's from this column. That's 1, 9 or 4, 6. That's 1, 9 or 4, 6. 1, 9 or 2, 8. Where's the green? The green 4, 6 is one of those two. That we already know. Where? Um, green 1, 9 in this row has two options. Okay, if that's green 1-9, then that makes that green 2-8. Which makes that green 2-8. Right, where's purple 4-6 in this box? That's what I should have been asking. It can't go on either of those two because of this 4-6 here. It can't go here because I can't put it in the middle of the German whisper line where the either side see each other. So this is the purple 4-6. That makes this the green 1-9. That means the green 1-9 is in one of those two, and it can't be that one because that's a green 1-9. So that's the green 1-9 there. That resolves this bit of colouring. This is now purple. This one is now green. This one is purple. All right, a little bit more progress. This is a green 2-8. This is a green 1-9. This is green 1-9, green 2-8, green 4-7. This is the green 4. This is the green 1-9, 3-7, and 2-8. So this is the green 4-6. That makes this the green 2-8. This is the green 1-9. That can't be green 1-9 because that is. So that's the green 1-9. This is the green 2-8. Okay. That's not 2-8. So that's 3-7 or 4-6. So something more that's going on here. Okay, these two are, yes, this is the 3-7. But yeah, the purple 3-7 is not in either of those. So that is the 3-7. So that's not 3-7, which we already knew. So this is the purple 1-9 or 2-8, which neither of which are restricted because of this. Yeah, because 8 can go next to 1 or 2, as can the 9. The purple 4, 6 is here in this box. That's not the green 3, 7, that is. This is the green 2, 8. So that's the green 2, 8. That's the green 2, 8. If that were the green 4, 6, this would be the purple 1, 9. Which it can be. Almost there. Yeah, so that's going to be 3, 7 or 4, 6. And if it's 3, 7, if this is 3, 7 and that's 4, 6, then we know that that's 7 and that's 6 and green is high. If this is the 4, 6 and this is the 3, 7, that'll be 4, that'll be the 3, and green will be low. So this is going to resolve it for us. It just wasn't going to be in the way that I was expecting. A little bit more subtle. I actually have to figure out which of the green digits is going to go there. So I know that's my task. The question is, where do I need to look to do that? Let's do that. Have I got all my purple 4, 6s? Let's start with that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I do. Are any of them on? Yes. So that's set. I've got all my green 1, 9s. 1, 2, 3. 1, 3, 1, 2, 3. I've got all my green 1, 9s. All right. What am I missing? That's what I'm missing. That can't be the purple 1, 9. Therefore, that has to be the purple 2, 8. That's 1, 9. That's 2, 8. That's 3, 7. That's 1, 9. That's 3, 7. Okay, that gave us a bit more progress. Uh, 8 can go next to anything apart from the 4. 2 can go next to anything apart from the 6, so that doesn't help us determining these. Though one of these is 3, 7. Do I know which? Don't think so. Right, is it green digits I should be focusing on now then? Right, where are my green 3 7s? Got a pair there, 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 there. Right, if this is 4 6, then that is purple 1 9. So that's purple 1 9. Making that purple 1 9, making that purple. Okay, that digit there. Let's mark that with yellow. That, yes, 4 6s and 3 7s. So that's 1 9, that's all 2 8s. So that is the opposite. That one is yellow. 1 9s and 2 8s. So that one is yellow. That one is red. This one is red. Okay, one of those two is red, so this one is red. Or I can use this diagonal to determine that that's red. But that doesn't help, I don't think. And if that's the yellow, then that makes this 3 7, which seems like it could be. That would be 3 7. That would be 3 7. Feels like the green is really what I want to be looking at. Okay, let's mark that as teal and orange. So that makes this yes, this one is orange. This one is teal. That makes this one orange. And this one teal. That makes this one teal. And this one orange. Orange and teal, just to be sure, they are 3 7 and 4 6. Right. And I can't see how to map them onto anything else. Uh, unless this can't be four, six. Because that can't be 1, 9. So if that were purple 1, 9, that would make that purple 1, 9. Which would make yellows the purple 1, 9. Those would all be purple 1, 9s if orange were 4, 6. Do I have a conflict with another green 4, 6 in that green 4, 6? No, the only green 4, 6 would be there, and that should make that 1, 9, which would be correct. Okay, if this were purple 1, 9, that would make blue, teal the 4, 6. So these would all be, if that were purple 1, 9, then this would be 3, 7. That would be 3, 7. Those would be 3, 7. Wait. No. Rubbish. If that's 3, 7, see, that could still be 1, 9. Right, if that's 4, 6, that forces that to be 1, 9. But if that's 4, 6, that's 3, 7. So this can't be 3, 7. Is that what I'm seeing? Okay, yes. This is green 3, 7 or 4, 6. So let's assume green is low at the moment. So that would be 3 or 4, making this 8 or 9. So this is either way. This is either the purple 2, 8 or the purple 1, 9. In particular, it's not the purple 3, 7. That's not the purple 3-7 by this diagonal. This is the purple 3-7. Okay. We know that that's not a purple 3-7, so this is, no. One of these is the purple 3-7. But, so this must be yellow. Right, yes. That's the yellow digit. There we go. That got us through that. So one of those two is red. Oh, this is yellow. Oh, tantalizingly close. Tantalizingly close. Okay. Um, hmm. Where is my... that... Right. That's 1-9 or 2-8. Um, see, this here is 4-6 or 3-7. But if green is high, then it goes that way. Yes, that's the way around it goes. No, that's not right. There we go. So 4, if green is low, then that's 4. If green is high, it's 7. Why can I not see this? One of those two is 4, 9, 3, 8. It's all right. If this is 4, 6, that's 1, 9. That's 2, 8. That's 1, 9. That's 2, 8. That's 1, 9. Now it's got to be. See, the other option is that this is the green 1, 9, making that the 2, 8, and that therefore can't be the 4, 6. Either that 4, 6 forces that to be the 1, 9, or this 1, 9 makes this 2, 8, forcing this to be the 4, 6. And that the 2, 8. But I don't. No, not 2, 8. The 3, 7. Wait. Yeah, if that's 3, 7, that can be either. If that's 4, 6, that only has one option. But if this is the 2, 8 and not the 1, 9, then that forces that one. But I still don't see how to determine that. What indeed am I missing? Okay, this digit here, by being, right, we know that's 4 or 7 because that's the blue digit. We know that that's 4 or 7. We know that this is 3 or 6. We know that that is 3 or 6. Maybe that's the key. That's 4 or 7. All right, if this is 6, that has to be 1. If this is 3, that has to be 8 or 9. So now yellow is only from 1, 8, and 9. Yellow can never be 2. That's 3, 6. Oh, right. This diagonal. I've just been looking at it for ages and ages and ages. This can't be the 3, 7 because of this diagonal. Goodness. Just been looking in all the wrong places. That is a 6. Let's get into the right mode. That's a 6. Okay, So that's 7. So green is high. And purple is low. So we can start doing some things now. That's 1, that's 1, that's 1, that's 1, that's 2, 2 and 2 and 1, 2, 1. Let's do purples. 3 and 4. That's 2. So low digits for purples. 3, 1, 4. That is low. So that's 3, 4, 2. Goodness. That's 4. 4, 3, 1 and 2. This could not see it for looking and got there in the end, but how painful was that? 4. That's got to be the 1. That's the 3. I'm sure that people were like, look at that diagonal. You've all been yelling at me and I haven't been able to hear you. That's 4. That's 3. That's 3. That is 2. That's a 3. That's a 4. Have I done all the purple digits? I think I have. All right. So now the green digits. We get 1, 2. No, we don't. Yes, we do. No, we don't. Let's try that again. I'm at high digits. 9, 8. 8, 7, 6, 9. 9 there. 7, 8, 6. That's 9. That's 8. That's 7. Get 8 there. 9 there. 6 there. 9, 7, 8, and 6. That is 8 and 9. That's 8 and 9 and 9, 6, 7 and 8. Goodness me. Lovely puzzle. I apologize for the hash I made of the end of it. This 3-7 was looking up there all the time, and it did that final resolution. So I could have spotted that way quicker than I did, but I got there in the end. So anyway, I really enjoyed this puzzle. Some very nice interactions. I liked that I couldn't do all of the colouring before I started even filling in some of the digits. That I had to do that to figure that to see that I'd got 4 different greens looking at a cell, for example, or is it 4 different purples? I don't remember which one it was, but there was definitely a place where I was able to determine that one cell had to be one colour because it had 4 different cells of the other colour looking at it. Yeah, no, that was really enjoyable. Well, if you like this solve, then please hit the like button. You can subscribe to see some more, and I would love to hear your comments. I'm looking forward to next time. Be seeing you.